So here we are. We're a week out from Thanksgiving.
The holiest of holy days.
I don't think do we really have anything else to say at this point? We've made our stance on Thanksgiving so well known.
Bro, I've got so much to say about Thanksgiving.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute. I'm just kind of waxing nostalgic about nothing in particular.
It sounded like you were coming in hot on some Thanksgiving. I thought we were just going to jump right off into it.
I pulled up hard from that because you remember what happened last time we came in hot.
But you just did it.
Yeah, that's my.
That's on you.
I pulled up. I veered off. No, we're not doing that.
So we're gonna
ease off of
that. Start again.
Ready? Again? Okay. Ready? Go. All right. So what was going to happen is we were going to have a different topic.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a guest. There was scheduling conflict because I guess she thought we did this in the middle of the day.
Well,
because we're like teenagers.
Yeah. Well, we did live that life for so long.
We did.
But I still am to a degree. But yeah, I mean, it was an understandable mistake. It was an obvious issue that I should have prevented on my end before it ever even got rolling. Like, I gave her a day, but I never gave her a time. But anyways, all that to say this, we'll have to hit that particular guest up probably on a weekend or something.
Yeah, with something we might have a week. Yeah, we might have a week where we have two. We might have a week where we don't have one.
It's what I really want to do.
We'll definitely not have.
It's the dominatrix. To clue everybody into the conversation that we're having right now. Miss J, the dominatrix, she will be on this show. She is open and receptive to the idea of coming on, and
she's okay with being called Miss J.
She asked to be called Miss J.
Okay, she asked. That's fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if we need to use our safe word or not.
Kevin?
Our safe word that you use with reckless abandon instead of using perfectly fine PC terms for things.
I'm so scared to even say the PC things now. Like, I'm just Kevin everything. Just Kevin everything.
Are we going to turn Kevin into a slur?
I'm sure it's well on its way. We're coming in before it goes dark, though.
Right.
It's still a good word.
I'm ready for that though. I had a whole thing. I did some research into simpery because I feel like
simpery. I don't know why that took me a second to.
That whole like the dominatrix thing, like that whole just paying someone to belittle you. Just that feels like that's not too far off. I feel like it was the first iteration of that.
Of simping?
Yeah. And I recently got I always heard people talk about these e-grills, these gamer grills on Twitch.
Right.
That wear the cat ears and stuff. And I heard like the name Belle Delphine so many times. And I was like, well, who is this bitch?
Did you finally look her up?
Other than someone who sold her bathwater, I had no clue what she was.
She is she's pretty smoking hot British chick.
She's a 7 that wears cat ears and has pink hair.
She's higher than a 7.
She's a 7.
You know she's higher than a 7.
No, she's a 7.
You're fucking my face right now.
I'm not.
She's higher than a 7.
She's not unattractive.
She's very attractive. She's a very attractive girl.
She's a 7. 7's a good rating.
She's I don't even know that I want to say she's a piece of shit. Like, she's just like, fuck. Because if I could sell like my, fair
if
I could sell toilet paper I'll wipe my ass with, I would.
No, like her whole business model, I get that. My whole thing is I was talking to my cousin about this because I thought he might know more because he's about 5 years younger than me.
Right.
Because I was like, am I too old for this? And he's like, no, I think it's like guys your age paying this chick money like that.
And older.
Like, she looks like she's like 19.
Actually, I listened to a story today. I listened to this channel, Nexpo, Nexpo, fantastic YouTube channel. I don't think I can get in trouble for giving a shout out like that, can I?
I guess we're at the point we could shout. We'll help the little guy out.
Okay, all right. Nexpo, it's a YouTube channel. They do internet mysteries and stuff like that, like alternate reality games and shit like that. Like just it's a fun channel. It goes into weird Reddit shit, 4chan shit. But anyway, they did one today. It was about a guy, Dylan Pratt, I think was what his name was. But at any rate, he was a guy who was stalking this a Twitch gamer, a girl, I believe it was. He was stalking her, had stalked her for like under a bunch of different aliases because she would block him and stuff, and he'd just pop right back up, and she'd sniff it out, and she'd ban him again. But anyways, this went on. He was getting on like r/relationship advice and stuff like that, asking about like can I get into trouble for sending girls love letters and legal advice for hugging a girl. And people are like, if you're asking for legal advice on how to hug a girl, it's illegal. But
I need a little bit of this.
It turns out this motherfucker Dylan Pratt, get you a little whiskey, man. It's good for you. I brought it out for a reason.
Not a lot, because I got to drive home. But man, a good pull.
It's been a shit day for you. But anyways, this dude Dylan Pratt, he wound up being like a 55-year-old man.
Holy shit!
Yeah. And I bet that's a lot more common, because we think simps and people just doing things online in general, we think of them as like our age and younger.
Yeah, I would
probably imagine, mostly younger.
I would imagine this was people in the early 20s, just kind of guys developing that incel mentality, and they have access to their parents' credit card or some shit like that, and they're just throwing money at these chicks. Like I said, it's kind of gross, but it's no different. It's no different than any other really successful fucking like social media or YouTube, whatever, Twitch person. People that have money thrown at them. Right. Like I said, fair fucks to them. I don't get the appeal of the whole of Belle Delphine.
I don't get the appeal of going to titty bars.
I've never even been to one. We almost went to one last year for your wife's birthday. Yeah. And then
she likes titty bars.
I was kind of excited because I'd never been, and we just didn't go. And I was like, I also got kind of excited again. I was like, I get to keep my titty bar V card.
Right. My like at a titty bar, one of my issues would be like, I don't want to go. Why would I want to go pay to get blue balled? Right. I'm just not interested. There's porn right here. Yeah. I could look up porn right now while we're doing this podcast, and it would be there. I could look it up on my phone. Right. Hell, I could look it up back in 1998 on dial-up internet. Yeah, and it's not going to be like, come with me to the champagne room and pay me some money for a dance. It's just like, let's go to your bathroom and jerk off over your toilet. Yeah. Yeah. That's the kind of relationship I'm looking for.
Exactly.
As a married man.
It's always there for you.
Right? Yeah. Porn never makes fun of me. Makes me feel bad.
We went down this rabbit hole with Pornhub before. They care about our mental well-being.
Oh, I'm doing this thing. I'm not jacking off.
Are you doing No Nut November?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm seeing what all the fuss is about. Oh, I was reading up on it, like the science behind it. Because I was like, haha, these guys are just fucking crazy. There it is. But this dude was actually breaking it down. He was like, well, it actually, it can help your body build up in testosterone, and it can help your mind focus in a lot of ways. It deprives you of, that immediate dopamine release. And, basically, it helps reset your brain and dopamine levels and shit like that. And you're able to, your capacity to receive pleasure isn't, relegated to just immediate releases like jacking off. But anyway, I'm butchering the reason why, but I was interested enough to.
What you're saying is basically when you, like you said, you remove that dopamine release from masturbation when you climax. Yeah, and it allows you to receive that other ways, more or less. Are you like Daredevil now, where you're blind, so everything else is more enhanced? No, you get enhanced joy from playing video games?
I'll say this: I haven't noticed any changes whatsoever, other than my desire to look at porn and jack off is now substantially diminished. That happened rapidly, after a week. That was a really rapid change, and it hasn't built up. There hasn't been this pent up sexual energy that I've just got to go look at porn, and that hasn't it's actually subsided quite a bit. And I don't know if that's related. It might just be the time of fucking year. Who fucking knows?
It could just be a force of habit, and then you're creating a different habit because you
possibly
gotten yourself out of that just that way of behaving.
But yeah, that alone is kind of a cool side effect. I'm not as horny, and that's a weird.
Your wife loves it.
I don't think she gives a fuck. She's probably like, thank God. I don't like. I mean,
how often did you jerk it before?
2 or 3 times a week, maybe.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, something. I feel like just like that's a pretty fucking
peaks and
super
valleys.
average.
Sometimes it would be like 3 times a week. Sometimes I'd do it like once every couple of weeks. It just depends.
Right.
But I've never really... I remember specifically, though, I did do it on November 1st because I was like, I'm not falling for this bullshit. I'm just going to get this out there right out of the gate.
Start this off already.
Have a hardline stance. November 1st.
I'm jacking off every day this month.
I don't know about that. That's a little much.
That's a little
much.
Some blisties. No, like I said, I haven't noticed any difference other than I honest to God feel less horny, but I don't feel like I'm more focused and alert and manly.
Are you meaning to tell me that it doesn't release fat-burning hormones or something like that? This isn't like some kind of Kino Warrior hack?
No, it had nothing to do with...
Maybe you should try intermittent fasting along with No Nut November.
It was more like it was dealing along the lines of I guess like testosterone, which he was equating to like drive, and like get up and get shit done.
I feel like that's more of like if you convince yourself that that's what that does, it's kind of like a placebo effect type thing to me.
It could be like I said, I went into this expecting nothing to happen, and so far nothing's happened. So I'm kind of leaning towards that. That it's just a placebo effect.
Is this guy like super old?
No. It was like,
I was just thinking maybe in really older people it might actually you need to like relegate some testosterone for yourself and not for the toilet.
Right. This is like a younger, good-looking Indian dude, probably in his like early 30s.
Right.
Something like that.
So anyway, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving.
And parallel with No Nut November.
I mean, it runs all month. Thanksgiving, it gets more play than Thanksgiving does now that I think about it.
That's bullshit too. I feel like most holidays get more play than Thanksgiving. Like they've got like if you go to fucking Walmart, in October you go there and there's shit set up for fucking Halloween, and then you go there like the day after fucking Halloween, or oftentimes before even Halloween, it's Christmas already.
Oh, yeah, dude. I guarantee you about the first or second week of December, and you'll see Valentine's Day stuff in the store. But Thanksgiving, I mean, I get why commercially there's not much of a big deal for it, because what, you're going to buy more, you buy like 15% more groceries for 1 week of the month?
Well, I mean, decorum. Decorate the house for fucking Thanksgiving.
Listen, I don't give a fuck about
turkeys
decorating houses.
Well, that's 90% of Christmas and Halloween revenue is just decorum.
No, but Halloween, let's buy candy, let's buy costume shit.
Let's fucking spiderweb shit.
Let's go tear stuff up.
Tombstones for the yard. Fucking
but decorating for
Ghost on a String.
Halloween is all spoopy and shit, and for Thanksgiving, what is it? It's more of just like
turkeys.
No, it's not even that. It's just like let's put some nice fall colors out. That's what you got.
That's just fall in general.
Yeah, but Thanksgiving is like peak fall.
Well, I think to really understand Thanksgiving, you really have to go into the history of Thanksgiving.
All right, so anyway, what we're going to talk about now is what we're thankful for. We're going to do some normal...
I'm thankful to have a robust understanding of the history of Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful that we both have very strong ties to Native American heritages.
What are we, almost 15 minutes in?
Yeah. All right. So anyway.
We can start with this bullshit already?
Yeah.
Okay, explain your biracial...
I'm not biracial.
I am.
You're not biracial. I'm going to make you get one of those tests so we can get the results.
What is it, 20andMe or whatever?
Whatever it is. Wouldn't it be great if I actually had more Native American?
Dude, I'm fucking down. My dad did it, and he got like a... For one, just put it out there, my dad's a bit of a conservaturd.
Come on, use your own word that you make fun of people for not using. Say it.
Cunt-serviturd?
No, Republican.
Republican?
Yeah, call your dad that.
I like cunt-serviturd because it's 2 for 1.
No, that's too much.
Republican?
Republican's nice. It's
Republican's
nice and
pretty good.
It's nice and cutting.
Any rate, he's a bit of a Trumper. And I forgot what I was even going to go.
We were talking about...
Oh, yeah. We did an ancestry test on this motherfucker. And my mom had this fucking great idea that she... And my mom knows people, like, fucking everywhere. So, of course, where he's getting this ancestry test and shit done, of course, she's got a hookup in there. She knows somebody on the inside. So she gets with this person on the inside and gets them to make a fake ancestry thing that makes my dad, like, I forget what it was. It was, like... 43% Pakistani or some shit like that.
Okay.
Just blah blah Middle Eastern, you know, and like, oh god, it was fucking hilarious. It was some of the funniest shit when he got that.
He was livid.
He was just like, he was stunned, like he was speechless.
You have to walk outside.
It's just like, yeah, no, he like got it and he was smiling at first and then was just kind of staring at it for a minute, just like, huh.
I need to go to the shop.
And he just kind of like read it a couple times. And then he just didn't really say anything. He just kind of like sat there, you know, and everybody was, of course, started fucking with him like, what does it say? What does it say? But, yeah. And come to find out, it's not, you know, I don't think he's any Middle Eastern. He's a lot of red man. Whole lot of red man.
Whole lot of red man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So, actually, I think if we actually did it, there's probably no way that I would have more than you. Because I'm pretty sure you have it on both sides. My dad's side of the family is white as fuck.
Yeah.
On my mom's side, there is a fair amount of See, they always say it's Choctaw, but I always wonder because people have all these stories from their family's history, and then they take those tests, and it comes to find out they're all white as fuck, and they just had really great tans.
Right.
Or some shit. I don't know.
Or it's just some completely negligible amount.
Yeah.
Like their toenails.
I do remember that my grandpa on my mom's side, like he was really dark, and he had like that. He just had very strong like Indian features.
Well, if you look at my grandparents on my dad's side, and especially great grandparents, my great grandfather specifically, like that motherfucker looks like you put him in a headdress, and you're like, yeah, like he ran a tribe,
right?
But no, we had the little cards and all that shit. Like my mom's got mine somewhere. I'm 35. My mom still keeps mine.
Well, you would have lost it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely would have lost it. But yeah, it was, I mean, my grandpa on my dad's side was really into the ancestry, and as a result, my dad was, and now my brother's really into it. And it's just a whole lot of Cherokee.
Yeah. I also know that I have a whole lot of, on my dad's side, that's all super European and stuff, because before my granddad on his dad passed away, he just mapped out the whole fucking family tree. He made us all these big binders when he was like maybe like a year or two before he died.
Right.
And it just filled it with all kinds of stuff, family experiences and things like that. He was working on this like basically the whole time he was up till like he couldn't anymore.
Right. And
then we got him all when he passed away. It's pretty awesome.
It was like his swan song.
More or less. It's really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
See, that's a fucking artifact.
And then, you know what bums me out? My grandma, my last living grandparent, she doesn't want to have Thanksgiving this year because she's worried about someone getting sick. And, you know, God bless her.
That's reasonable.
She's in her mid-70s. I'm just kind of like, you know, Graham, what happens if this is the last... What if you're not here next Thanksgiving? I'm not trying to be doom and gloom or anything, but it's a genuine concern to have.
Up there.
Like, she's not really unhealthy or anything, but, you know, it's just something you have to think about. And I would hate to think that we didn't...
she got COVID, though, at that age, like... that could be devastating.
That's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. Well, my grandparents went the other direction because they went exactly. They were like, "Fuck, we don't know how many more we got left. Fuck it, bring them kids, bring all that shit."
That's awesome.
She was saying like, I don't care if I gotta wear masks and hide out outside my own house to watch y'all eat, And we're just like, hey, you ain't got to do all that. We'll get tests and shit before we go up there.
And then on my mom's side, apparently we're not doing anything either. It's kind of weird because my sister's going, her and her husband and the kids are going like to his side of the family this year,
right?
Like way off somewhere up northern Arkansas.
So you're gonna come do Thanksgiving with us?
For the Friendsgiving thing, get together we do, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited for that. I don't know what I'm going to do for actual Thanksgiving Day. I'm sure there'll be someone else on Mom's side of the family doing something.
Fuck it, come with us.
If I got nothing else going on,
we'll go fucking hit up.
That or I'll probably go to my neighbors, my other buddy.
Right.
Because I'm giving them a turkey because they gave us turkeys. That was one good thing at work today. They gave us turkeys.
Oh, nice.
It's like, hey, have a turkey, which was nice. They were talking about how their hams were extra small this year, and after so long of working in somewhere where all you got was a Cisco pumpkin pie and like a loaf of ham, not an actual ham, like that lunch meat stuff.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, you can have this. I was like, thanks. No, I got a real turkey, and I was like, hey man, you can have this turkey. And he's like, okay, cool. Now we don't have to get one.
Right.
But yeah, I'm super excited. Cook some fucking chicken and dressing. We're gonna have. It's gonna be so fucking dope. On Saturday. I'm ready for it.
Thanksgiving is the bestest of all holy days.
It is. We've went over this. It's because there's no expectations.
None.
There's no bullshit with Thanksgiving. It's strictly just getting together and spending time with people. The only thing that kind of... Well, no, it gets ruined by eggs. Easter is kind of there, but it has Easter Bunny shit. It's not as bad as Christmas.
Is too goddamn churchy.
Yeah, but you can still have Easter and just eat.
I mean, I don't know. I grew up, we never really did a whole Easter thing except for like all the church stuff, and then we might like run around and look for eggs.
Did you guys actually get to dye eggs?
But yeah, I think I remember doing that a few times. I didn't give a fuck about dyeing eggs. I didn't give a shit.
God, that was something I never understood. I remember people telling me things about like, they'd get shit in their Easter baskets like it was a fucking second Christmas. One year I went to school, it was in like fucking 4th grade or something. This kid was like, he got a Super Nintendo game in his Easter basket. I'm like,
what the fuck?
I just get candy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dude, I used to get these fucking like lollipops that had and God bless her, like it actually took her some work, but my mom would get like strips of paper and like curl them and write like Bible verses on them that pertain to Easter and like, wrap them around the stem of it, and she made a little basket and stuff. But yeah, it was just, that whole basket probably cost her 45 minutes and $5.
Right.
And I didn't even know people got real presents for Easter until my baby mama, like their family, and I like saw the Christmas or the Easter baskets they were giving out, and it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right.
Like just
like, y'all wild.
Fucking like the prepaid Visa cards and shit. I'm just like, god damn.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all, like more shit than I got on Christmas.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. As it's gotten, I've gotten older. I've even heard some tales. And maybe this is a younger generation of people talking about getting stuff at Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving presents?
This is very... Not like wrapped presents. I think it might be just people buying stuff maybe for Black Friday because that actually goes on fucking Thanksgiving now.
Yeah, that's fucking that's sacrilege. That's bullshit.
But they would get like, hey, after Thanksgiving dinner they were talking about getting like a game console. Like... Guys, that's a Christmas present. What the fuck?
That is dog shit.
Like, yeah,
you start fucking giving presents, and then then the obligation begins.
Yeah,
and the expectation, and the disappointment and resentment, and it fucking ruins the goddamn thing. Like,
there's already enough of that with some families because like, oh, you're not coming to see us this year. Sometimes, especially like back in the day, I would occasionally go. Basically, what we did is we would go. For like my ex-wife, we would go to see her family at like either Christmas or Thanksgiving. We just alternate whatever was going on that year. But somebody was always like, "Why aren't y'all coming?" Like, well, we got split up. You know, we're not from the same place. Can't work it like that.
I don't know, I like how my family's always done Thanksgiving, as the family has expanded, it has really turned into an excellent idea to have been putting into practice for all these years. But we have Thanksgiving whenever everybody can make it, and sometimes that might not be until we've had them like shit. We've had Thanksgiving like December 10th before shit like
really?
that. You know, but it's just because we can't.
Right.
Everybody's going different directions. I'm in my mid-30s. I've got kids. My brother's in his mid-30s. He's got kids. So I've got them. I've got my wife's family and shit. My brother's got his wife and her family, and then there's my parents and their siblings who are married and have shit going on. So holidays are always difficult to schedule.
Yeah, definitely when you get older. I've noticed that for a long time.
And we've always had the idea that we want it to be a good, happy, relaxed time.
Yeah,
and not a hectic rush. Right. Yeah. So we just do it whenever everybody can get there. And the idea is you get here, we start around like 10 in the morning. We do a weenie roast at like 10 in the morning. It's a weird tradition.
Okay, that's cool.
And everybody stays at this place the whole day. Like, there's no running off to go do shit. Like, everybody's just chilling at
like
this
trying
house.
to do lunch at one grandma's house and do dinner at
you're just chilling there all day and fucking everybody's there.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I've done that.
It's really nice.
We've done that a lot with Christmas the past, like, probably 5 or 6 years, because where it's just like, well, we can't all get together until, like, maybe the
fucking January
28th. I don't think it's ever been that far out.
Right.
But it's always, sometimes it'd be maybe like a week before, like near my birthday. And then sometimes it might be like closer to New Year's. Never actually in January. But yeah, like it was just, we'll meet up for Christmas whenever. But I've never done that with Thanksgiving. Probably because nobody fucking cares about it. Right. Except for me and you.
My whole family.
Well, obviously they do.
Come to fucking Thanksgiving with me. Our family really gives a shit about Thanksgiving.
I've went to Thanksgiving at your house before.
When?
It was actually the year I first started dating my ex. I brought her over there.
To Jesse?
No, they came to your parents' house. Because we had a weenie roast in front of the shop.
That's right.
It was in 2010.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, well, this year is in Jesseville. You should come with us. Yeah,
if I don't have anything going on, I probably will.
They're goddamn nuts about Thanksgiving. That's probably why I like it too. But I love that there's no obligation. It's just show up and just fucking chill.
Right.
Which this year, because of the election, is going to be. This is going to be a fun fucking Thanksgiving.
Are you just going to like poke and prod at your grandpa?
Probably. But it's not just my grandpa. It's my grandpa. My aunt is like hardcore Trump. She's salty as fuck. And my dad is keeping his cool. Has kept his cool thus far. He has told me I don't think it's over yet. And that's like all he said. Because I called him like after like it went over 270 or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, do
you think
what's up, Dad?
Do you think he'll feel better with if he feels like he has some backup, like when he gets to Jesseville, to
talk shit,
like to deal with you?
Oh,
but
no.
I mean, your cousins and stuff will probably be there too, right? So there'll be other people giving it to him.
My brother will be there, and he'll probably he'll run his mouth.
His turn to more like liberal ideas always surprised me, because I always figured for him to be a little more moderate for sure, but he's probably a little more conservative is kind of how I pegged him for a long time. Probably because I just don't ever hang out with him as much as I used to.
He is a bit more conservative. This year, I really think I don't know, just Donald Trump's behavior. Well, I don't even know if it's necessarily policies or anything like that, but his behavior is what my brother's talked about the most, and how his the way Donald Trump communicates and the way he chooses to communicate speak volumes about who he is as a person. And he's like, everybody excuses all these, like, well, you always hear, well, I sure wish he would just get off Twitter. And stuff like that. I wish he would just be quiet a little more often. He's like, but he's not.
Right.
And he's a dickhead.
So anyway, about Thanksgiving.
Speaks bombs, and so that's what... He's still conservative. He just really fucking hates Donald Trump. Sorry, that's all. I wasn't trying to go on a Trump bash.
Oh, I was going to head you off. We can't let you go down that road. It's bad.
Well,
you're going to go down that road, and you're going to get high-centered.
It really surprised me.
And then I'm going to have to come out with the truck and pull you out with a chain.
None of that makes sense.
That's because you're a liberal.
It's strange because my brother voted for Donald Trump. The first election, like he wanted him in there, and now he's flip flopped on it, and flip flopped rather violently, and it's gonna be it's lining up to be a really like just a banger of a Thanksgiving. You got in the blue corner, you got Hunter's brother, fucking just foaming at the mouth, ready to go, and then in the red corner, you got Grandpa Joe. Just ready to fucking smoke some ass. It's just... Let's get it out!
Oh, shit.
I can't fucking wait. It's gonna be wonderful.
A beautiful time.
I'm just gonna set things off with like little innocuous like tidbits of conversation. Just to get conversation going, like just little things.
Damn, Pop, this COVID's really acting up. It really got strong after the beginning of November, didn't it? Seems like it took off and ran.
Any big things happen lately? Anybody big news want to talk about? Big changes in your life, in the country?
You are just a shit.
Think about masks.
You're gonna have them on. You're going to wear a mask.
I'm going to wear a mask the whole time I'm there.
Out of spite? Spite mask?
Spite mask.
That's pretty dope.
I'm going to wear like a Trump mask though. Like I'm just going to throw him the fuck off.
Yeah, like trying to like ease him into it. Like, yeah. It's too bad you couldn't have like one you could peel away. Where it's like, it says Biden underneath it.
I haven't seen. It's weird because around here I haven't seen any. Like I go to like gas stations and stuff, and you see these masks, and I see tons of like Trump masks and stuff. I haven't seen a single fucking Biden mask anywhere.
I would imagine that you probably just order them, and why would you order those here?
I wouldn't.
It probably wouldn't be worth bringing them in. But anyway, you know what I'm thankful for?
Doom Eternal.
I'm thankful for Doom in general. You know what Doom did for us as a species?
Not a damn thing.
Doom expanded our expectations on the world.
On the how go on.
It's like someone opened a door. It's like we were walking through a house, and the house was a normal, everyday house, well appointed, but also plain. And we were walking through the living room and walked out to the front door. And we opened the door, and there was like this red Ferrari suddenly in our driveway. Where did this red Ferrari come from? I don't know. But goddamn can it run. And goddamn is it impressive. And it makes everyone else's heads turn. But you've got that Ferrari. And you are showing it off. And it makes some people a little upset. They think it's a little dangerous the way you're driving around that Ferrari. Maybe it's an attractive nuisance. Maybe it riles up the neighbor kids, makes them act up and act a little strange, maybe a little violent.
What in the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about Doom.
You're talking about...
I'm talking about the
red Ferraris.
I'm talking about Doom and how it's the Ferrari of our hearts.
Doom is more like whenever you've eaten ice cream and then you find out that you could have, like, there's sprinkles you could have put on top. I'm like, holy shit.
Doom is so much more than... Doom is like so much more than sprinkles. Doom is going from eating a vanilla dish of ice cream. Someone showing you, look at this Oreo ice cream cake.
Was it one of the first person shooter games?
It wasn't one of the... It was
first.
It was Wolfenstein. It's made by the same people.
Okay.
But it was like... it was like going like Wolfenstein 3D was impressive, but Doom going from that to Doom is like going from Asteroids to Super Mario Brothers. Like it's just this wild step up, even in the same genre, and just the way they made the game. And
I think the way they eased into it a bit. You had Star Fox.
Star Fox is nothing. It's nothing. You're looking at this,
but it gives you like this third-person perspective, like this sort of over-the-shoulder perspective.
Star Fox
this 3D environment to
Star
explore.
Fox also runs like
piss.
3D old dog shit.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, I'm saying like there was a transitionary game there. Like it wasn't just.
This is a game that was made in like 1993, and it's like the way it kind of introduced the ideas of like a game engine, and it's so malleable. It's like they could get it to run on fucking anything. There's people like that have gotten Doom to run on a fucking printer, like on a printer where the little screen is where you touch it to pick like your options. They were like, let's see if it'll run Doom, and it can, because it's fucking Doom. Like. And it evolved into just like, you know, it had its pitfalls, but it evolved into this crazy over the top like murder hobo simulator where this guy just hates what's going on so much that you don't even have to pay attention to the story. There's story there to be had. I didn't know
there was a story.
There is, and it's kind of interesting, but he gives zero fucks about the story. The main character does, and I love that. I love the idea that the main character is trying to have someone is trying to explain to you why you're doing this and how you should do it. And he's just like, I'm just going to smash it. And he just smashes it. It reminds me of playing D&D and being like, well, what you should do is talk.
Being a barbarian.
And just talk to the Chancellor and do this. And you'd be like,
punch his teeth out.
I choose to take his wallet. Okay. Roll Dex. 20. You have his wallet. I have the keys to his Ferrari.
This newest Doom, they did this fucking soundtrack with it. I haven't even played Doom Eternal.
It's the same guy that did both soundtracks. This guy also did the soundtrack for the remake of Killer Instinct back in like 2013. It is also very, very good.
Well, he stepped it the fuck up for this because it's like Electronica Meshuggah. Like it's
like
really
the gentiest gent that ever gented gent.
I wouldn't go that far with it.
It is. I know more about music than you.
It is kind of introducing all these cool gent elements, but like into video game music, you know, like, and it works with what's going on. Like it's just, I don't know, that dude deserves an award. I think he got one. He needs one.
He does need one.
That guy needs some sort of award.
You should go.
I bet he gets tons of fucking pussy.
Probably.
Just tons.
That's something else that's strange.
It's like, hey, bitch, you ever...
This is way the fuck off topic, but fuck it, I don't care. Since we're talking about that. I remember, like, a friend talking to me about... So I was catching up with someone, and they were asking me about what I've been doing, and I was looking at these videos of how a guy turned a fucking a toaster into an NES. And I just thought, like, that's so fucking cool. He just took a toaster, put the guts of Nintendo in there. You slide the cartridge in the bread slot. You push the little plunger that would make it toast, and it turns it on. And I was like, that's really fucking neat. That's cool. And he's like, oh, that guy must get all the pussy. And I was just like, he probably does.
Probably.
I mean, maybe not in...
From that particular...
Maybe not in fucking Southwest Arkansas. Because, fuck, what's there?
Should pretty do alright.
Probably not. But yeah, in like a place with people, and you show like, look at this thing I made. It probably, I bet when he pushed that thing down and Mario 3 came on, there's probably some panties that dropped.
Whap. It's a whap button.
Yeah, we're talking about whap like World War II.
Bitch, I got
this bitch.
Contra. Whap.
But yeah,
Contra on my toaster.
But yeah, to tie back in, I'm sure Mick Gordon gets all the pussy. Those dope ass. He just starts playing guitar and makes Doom sounds.
I wonder if, like, you remember they used to do these, like, speedrun things? Like, speedruns were real big. They might still be.
They still are, but since people they can't have, like, those, like, cons that basically they were having to like raise money for charity and
Yeah,
people would go to them. They
Yeah,
still
that's
do
exactly
them.
what I'm talking
They
about.
still do them, but it's all on Twitch. I mean, it was on Twitch before, but it's all strictly digital. The people are doing it from their house instead of like in like a ballroom at a nice hotel.
Yeah, that's not near as cool.
But yeah, speed runs.
That's not near as cool. Anytime you can do something live, you should do it live. Like in person. You know what I mean? Like that's just...
Well, yeah,
That's not good.
It takes the mustard out of it.
It really does. It really does. But I was about... Well, obviously now they're not getting pussy. They're at home streaming this shit from their bedroom.
No, they're not gonna fuck their girlfriends.
They don't have girlfriends.
What a fucking...
Chace, they don't have girlfriends.
You say that, but I'll bet they do. You're just like that guy saying that you can't get pussy from making a Nintendo out of a toaster now. And you say that knowing, like, you've seen
That's
people...
a fair point.
You've been to Walmart. You see all those people that get pussy?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
They're not getting, like... But, I mean, like, back in the day...
Okay, they're not getting Belle Delphine's pussy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the hotel convention speedrunners, like, they smashed bucks. Like, quality bucks.
All the up-and-coming gamer girls just fell all over them.
Shit, yeah, you know they fucking did.
How do you know they didn't take one of them home? It may laugh her up. Just to find out she don't know how to cook, because she's a gamer girl.
Well, because back then, they probably all still lived in their mom's basement.
They're all... Well, how else are you going to get that good at fucking Mario 64?
Right, you take them back to the hotel room that your team sponsored or whatever.
Probably. I don't know. Those guys probably make good money, too, on Twitch.
Now?
No, they did before. They never stopped. I mean, they were always doing that. Anyway, yeah, I'm thankful for Doom. Doom is a big part of American life. Doom is the greatest Christian story ever told.
It really fucking
is.
It does not get near enough credit for being...
A guy goes straight to hell to murder the fuck out of everything in hell he ever seen.
Right.
He hates demons.
Fucking
like, this guy would... Like, right, these make the Punisher blush.
Dude, this dude, like Satan tempted Jesus up on a mountain and shit. And, like, Jesus just, like, talked to him and was just like, you know, Satan's like, yo, why don't you touch this stone and make some badass bread? And Jesus is like, no, Satan, I'm not going to do that. I'm fasting. I've committed myself to this, so I'm going to do it. And then Satan's like, yo, look at all these towns down here underneath this mountain. Yo, if you'll, you know, like, kneel or whatever for me, like, you can have all this shit. And he's like, nah, dude, like I told you, I'm fasting. Like, it didn't even say, like, stop. Didn't even tell him, like, leave me alone.
Right.
There was none of that. He was just like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Could you imagine if the Bible
totally
was written from the point of view of fucking Doom Guy?
Right,
Jesus.
Right. Like, Doom Guy would not have had that conversation, but he would have kneed him in the crotch and then, like, just stomped on his throat.
Would the alt-right have a point at that juncture?
What do you mean?
If the Bible was from the point of view of Doom Guy instead of Jesus.
What do you mean would they have a point?
I mean, they've got a much stronger fucking protagonist.
With Doom Guy?
Yeah, versus Jesus. Doom Guy is all about fucking shit up and shooting people in the face.
Dude, Doom Guy did not die for your sins.
That's true. He doesn't want you to worship him either. He wants you to fuck off.
Doom Guy slew untold numbers of demons for your sins.
Do you know why he slayed those demons?
Because he had a cool shotgun.
Because they killed his pet rabbit.
No, really?
That's at the end of the first game. It's either the first game or the second game. I don't like how like people are trying.
So even John Wick wasn't John Wick. Doom Guy was John Wick before John Wick was John Wick.
Oh, way long time ago.
And over a better pet too.
Yeah, just a bunny rabbit. He had a bunny rabbit and they killed it and he went fucking berserk.
I like the shit out of Doom Guy now.
They try to like loop in stuff about in the newer one about like he was in a squad or whatever and they all died. Like, stop giving him all this lore. I just want him to hate demons because they killed his rabbit. That's all I need. I also, even though Doomslayer is a really cool fucking name, I don't like it. I think it's a little too edgy. I just like calling him Doom Guy.
Doom Guy?
It's just like he's Doom Guy. It's Doomslayer. It's pretty.
Yeah, but it kind of, if you call him Doom Guy and he's not Doomslayer and it's over a rabbit, and not over a squad or something like that. It kind of takes the oomph out of the whole. Like, it's so metal as fuck and over the top.
I like it. I feel the same way regardless if it's about a bunny or not.
I guess. I guess the lack of levity makes it feel more grim dark and, it's more submersive
I
that
also
way.
look at Doom the same way. Like I said, I don't care about the story. And I
Fair
just
enough.
I like it for the
Fair
gameplay
enough.
and the awesome butt metal that plays whenever the game where the player character gets boss music and the enemies
Right.
don't.
I don't know. It's a pretty fucking good game.
Yeah, I'm thankful for Doom. We should appreciate it more.
Well, right now I'm thankful for Diablo 3. I know it's an oldie, but I've gotten back on it. It's pretty good. It's the only Diablo game I've played. So
People shit on it, but I like it.
Yeah,
it kind of
I've
broke
heard because
me.
every time I've told people that, they've immediately started shitting on it.
I played a shit ton of Diablo 2, and I still like Diablo 3. To be fair, I like it more because you can play with a controller. It's a lot more relaxing to me.
What do you mean with a controller? You can play it with it?
Like Doom 2, or not Doom, but Diablo 2, yeah, it was a PC game, so you played it with a mouse and keyboard.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is the first console Diablo.
Yeah. Well, no, I think Diablo 1 was on, like, PlayStation 1, but it was kind of shitty.
Oh, I didn't have a PlayStation.
This was, like, I think it was basically made for consoles, even though it came out on PC first. But, yeah, it's a fun game. I love it.
I'm taking the shit out of it.
Even if I play it on PC, I play it with a controller.
It's also pretty metal as fuck.
It is.
And I really like that element to it. It's just fucking blood flying fucking everywhere.
A whirling dervish of swords.
Right.
Blending monsters into gush.
And all the characters are just like, I am a fallen Nephilim. Find my broken sword and bring it unto me. It's like, we must kill these goatmen.
Oh, Goatman. Stop, Goatman.
Totally professional. Cut into the next topic.
Is it still Diablo?
Yeah, I was not done talking about Diablo.
Okay, finish talking about Diablo.
So anyways, Diablo is metal as fuck and I like it. Now I'm done talking about Diablo.
Okay, that's cool.
And I'm thankful for it.
You're thankful for it. That's cool.
Also, all this sick-ass metal that's been coming out lately.
Right?
Lots of good shit.
Metal is good. I enjoy metal. Brooke, you came out here. You scared the shit out of me.
Sorry.
Every time you
Hi,
come
guys.
What's up, girl?
every time you show up, I get spooked. You have an aura of spoopy that will never cease.
I like that.
So what's up? You're out here. Tell us what you're thankful for.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for my kids,
That's
my hub.
come on.
Be real.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck y'all. I love coffee. Whoever invented that,
Yeah,
bless you.
Be specific.
I love me some coffee. Any
Like
coffee.
a specific thing that you're thankful for.
That is totally what I'm thankful for.
Okay.
Books. Stephen King, bless you.
What about a specific book by Stephen King?
Right, like what? Yeah. That's
You
what I mean, like a
Let's
specific...
get into a dissection of, like, The Stand.
The Long Walk. I'm pretty sure I suggested that last time, but y'all told me that wasn't spoopy.
Yeah, but this isn't
enough.
about spoopy. This
So
is
now
this is
I'm
more.
going to say read The Long Walk. Very thankful. Changed my life.
No, tell us why you like
Change
it.
your life?
Tell us
No,
why you
really
like it.
didn't.
Don't just tell them to read it. Tell us why you like it.
Because it was just it was a different genre that pulled me out of
Funk.
every other thing that I had read, and it was different, and I don't know how to explain
What's the
it.
genre?
I really don't know. That's
It's like an odd sort of dystopian future, like that. You remember that story, The Lottery?
Yeah.
That's
So you know
my
where
favorite
everybody,
short story.
for anybody that doesn't know the story of The Lottery, it's basically the townsfolk, for some fucking reason, all get together.
It never explains why. It's
yeah,
just
it never
a
does.
tradition.
That's
Also,
the whole
fuck you
point.
for never making it past 8th grade and having to read The Lottery. If you
So-
don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, it's
a good short story. It's a quick read. Read it.
You want me to just run this thing down real quick so we can get on with it?
What?
Yeah, let's
I
talk
was
about
going to run down the lottery
Yeah,
real quick.
go for it.
Talk about
All right,
the
so
lottery.
people, the whole townsfolk get together. Everybody's name basically goes in a hat, and they draw a name out. And whatever name it is, that person gets stoned to death by the rest of the town.
It's crazy good.
And that's sort of the long walk.
Sort of the long walk, except a bunch of boys
Expounded upon.
They actually volunteer for this long walk. And we actually, when we went to Maine, when we went on the Stephen King tour, we got to walk on the road that story is based on, and that was pretty badass. But these boys, like 50 boys, volunteered to do this walk. They can't go under 3 miles an hour. They can't stop. They can't...
You get like 3
They
strikes.
get like, yeah, it's like, or so many amount of like seconds. And if you get a cramp in your leg and you can't walk anymore, or
yeah, it's
or if you have to go pee or take a poop in the woods, it better be quick, because if it reaches a certain amount of seconds, or maybe it's up to a
You
minute,
get a strike.
you
No, it's not a
you
minute,
get
it's
shot.
like seconds.
You get shot. And you get killed. Well, anyways.
Are there people
you
just
get
following?
strikes, though. You get like
Is
3
there like
strikes, though.
is there like a group of like liquored up hillbillies just following these boys in a truck?
These are,
No,
yeah,
it's like the
it's like a
military.
military type of situation, to where like this is what their town has always done. There's no specific reason why. And I was really young when I read it. This was before
It's
like
the whole
Hunger
country, isn't
Games
it?
or like, no, this is just a town.
It is?
I'm pretty sure.
Do they just go till there's one left?
They go till
Yeah.
there's one left, and that person gets like what, free food or something for life. It like takes care of their family,
No, I think
and
that's
you
Hunger
get
Games.
the title.
That sounds like a very bureaucratic
that's the
approach
long
to
walk.
Hunger
You
Games
get
without all
certain
the
rewards.
without all the pomp and circumstance of those movies.
Well, no, Hunger Games reminded me an awful lot of...
And that's what pissed me off about it, because it kind of took away that, like, a lot of these books nowadays that are being written are taking away a lot of the, like, the shock value or the appreciation for, like, 1984, for instance. Really loved that book. And then when the future dystopian books started coming out like crazy, it just kind of devalues it a little bit.
Well, that's the thing I think that just happens. Like, you have some, like, a breakout... For me, like, when I really pay attention to, like, music and stuff. So you'll have some band that comes up that's, like, a breakout band that will spawn a bunch of, like, clone bands that are
Yeah.
trying
People want to
do-
emulate it. No, the
do
same
their
thing
thing.
happens in like video games too. That's why they have all those battle royale things now, because one thing blew the fuck up.
I love how
Kinda-
we all have a way of relating to this
Kind of like
same gripe.
Kind of like Doom. Doom came out and you had Doom clones.
Right?
Doom's great.
Like Wolfenstein.
Yeah, just like that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We were
but
basically
okay.
the same thing. Like you said, someone else had like that 1984 that blew up, and someone was like, "Well, I like that. I want to do that and do my own shitty version of it because I don't have any ideas."
Right.
For sure.
And they just want to like dilute it down to whatever their
I don't know. I don't mind those themes being like picked up and ran with, you know, because
Yeah.
then you get really cool shit like Blade Runner.
If it's done
And,
well. You can always, someone else can always take that and have their own spin on an idea and make a really good version of it.
Future as a genre is a good thing.
Yeah.
There are a lot of shitty things operating under that umbrella.
But like you said, whenever something takes off and is popular, it gets overdone and you have a bunch of shitty versions of it that somehow, like, why do these things get made? Where do people get the money to make this shit? It sucks. And then there's probably like 8 kids that made a YouTube video that's better than whatever direct that got spewed out on the TV.
Right. But yeah, that's a fucking a good book though.
Yeah.
Long Walk.
Long
I
walk.
think I have a lot of appreciation for it, or one of the reasons why I'm thankful for it is because that feeling you get when you're a kid, it's just, you feel like you discovered something new before the shit just went crazy with,
Right.
like, being popular or whatever it is. But
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I've
We
got-
talked about that last time.
popular. Okay, that's not what I mean.
You're still popular. I
I'm just
antagonized you
friendly.
on your success just 2 or 3 days ago.
Because I'm pretty fucking awesome.
Well,
It's true. Can confirm.
so you were on Facebook humble bragging. Let's be real.
Oh, fuck yeah, I was.
I have to
That was
treat.
so humble, bro. I thought that was just a brag.
I have to treat you
I'm
the same
so
way I treat
successful and
him.
annoyed
We
with
talked
it.
about this a while ago. I
Right.
have to bring you back down to earth.
Right.
You really fucked up. I was telling
And I
Hunter
really
this.
like how you did the lowercase and the capital, the lowercase capital.
You really fucked up, not
I
keeping
could-
me at arm's length and letting me really be your friend. Because now I feel like I have carte blanche to just call you the C word and just be a piece of shit like I do to him.
It's cool.
Are we saying C word now?
I'm confident
I don't like
enough in
calling
myself
her
so
that
that
unless-
I can
unless
take your
we're drunk.
bullshit, Chase.
If we're just out here sober, I don't really want to call her a cunt. Unless we're drunk.
Hunter calls me a cunt all the time.
But if we're drinking,
I'll wait until it really counts.
if we're
Pick your
drinking, I feel
battles.
like
Yeah.
it's okay. If we're just whatever, we'll save that for later.
I'm a nice person, though. I'm a nice cunt.
No, you are. What I'm saying is, you fucked up by letting me, becoming actual friends with me. Now you get what he
This
gets.
is true. This is true.
You brought it on
Yes,
yourself.
now you get-
I've
You
known you
literally
about
had-
11 years now.
Yeah.
I think it's, yeah.
You had 10 years of examples to cull from, and you still fell for it.
I'm good.
There's
Your
a charm to
family,
your
you're good.
maliciousness.
It's genuine.
It's a love-hate. More love, but still hate.
That's weird to say that it's genuine, but it is and it isn't at the same time.
I think just
I mean it when I tell people that my love language is being mean.
it's how you interact.
And that's not simply say like picking on a girl because I have a crush on her or something. It's just to the people I care about.
Yeah, it's pretty evenly spread. In fact, the more you like a person, the more you try to make it unbearable to like you back.
I think he's testing all of us. What can I do to
Read him.
What
You took
could I possibly...
an hour of psychology. Read them.
An hour of psychology.
You can't read me.
I can't read
I'll
Chace.
bounce it
He's
back
so
because
unreadable.
I've had 3 psych classes as prereqs. I'm like a level 2 psychologist. You're an
Ooh,
apprentice.
Hey.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but you're laughing.
That's We can't argue with that.
It invalidates any opinion you have.
Y'all know what else I'm thankful for? Not
Cigarettes.
being a part of Plathville and that horrible fucking family of children who grew up.
Oh, is that the TV show?
I'm
with
watching
the
that right
blonde
now.
kids?
Sorry. I'm also thankful for not being a part of a polygamous marriage to where I have to have sister wives.
Yeah.
I'm also thankful for scary movies, but
Shock
not
Top.
Milo.
And Shock Top.
Shock Top.
I do love me some Shock Top.
Some Shock Top.
I'm thankful for CBD.
Ooh, what about also thankful for not dating someone who's in prison life after
Holy
lockup?
shit, life after lockup.
Chase,
But
you know a little bit about
you're
this.
thankful that other people are. You say that like I've dated someone in prison and not that I've watched Love After Lockup with you
If
guys.
you're fucking dating a
Watching
person
all of those
in
straight
prison,
relationships.
like this
Wow.
is the genius behind this show. If you're going to be the kind of person to date somebody in prison, and I don't mean necessarily if you're married to somebody and they go to prison. I mean fall in love with the person that's already in prison.
Right.
If
you seek them out to find someone who is behind bars specifically.
You are already in a position in your life where you are making
Fucking up.
terrible decisions. And
Angela and Tony.
Then to further that, these TV producers went, and if they sign off to be on the show, there's it has to be good TV.
Right.
They're dumb and they're fucking insane. They're not aware that they're stupid.
I've had some horrible luck when it comes to dating, but it's never, ever crossed my mind that I should dip a toe into the prison population.
Chace, what if it just happened to like pop
What
up
if
like
it's-
in a Facebook ad and was like, find love here, and you clicked on it and this person was
Some
she
gorgeous,
had beautiful
some,
kind eyes
a
and
neck
pretty
tat.
hair. You wouldn't
No.
email her?
No.
just
What if her only
Just tell.
fuck
She's
up
in
was
jail.
like she got caught with
No, not
some
jail. She's in
prescription
prison.
pills?
Oh, bitch
prison.
in prison. These people are in prison.
No.
Like, they get out and go to halfway houses and shit. Like, they
No,
in
I
prison.
would not do that.
I feel like I would want you to at least try so
What
I
do
could
you-
learn her story strictly out of nosiness.
You get
Why don't we
way-
get,
you
we
get-
need to get
you-
Matty D to do it. He would do it.
Yes!
He's fucking...
You get way too much enjoyment about this vicarious experience of dating through me.
Yeah,
And
because
I'm
I'm
a
married and I'm
horrible
done.
example for that because I'm so bad at it.
I like your stories though. They're great.
I don't
They're
know that
hilarious.
I don't know that you're bad at it. I think you just, like... Brooke and I were actually talking about this today, like...
the dating game.
The dating scene today, like, outside looking in, seems to be mostly like your license to date is a Tinder account, pretty much, and that Tinder strips all of the incentive to be patient and understanding and forgiving, you know, and because it cultivates an environment of convenience.
Oh yeah.
And dating and getting to know a person and having a relationship with a person is not a convenient thing. It can oftentimes be a very inconvenient thing. Even with a great match, it can be an inconvenient thing. So the thing about Tinder is it makes it easy to be dismissive and impatient because your next perfect date is just a swipe away.
You've got 20 dudes already like swiping on you, and you get home from that date. It's like
Or girls,
or girls, like this person's way better looking than that one I went out with, and they like X thing.
Yes.
Fuck that guy or girl.
Right? See, for instance...
That's I felt like maybe that was part of it too, but I also I
I
we
think
talked
that's a
about,
huge part of
I'm so overly critical of myself that I would always expect, well, I'm just undesirable.
Well, and you wind up with people that feel like that. And the thing is, like... So if I were, 23... Or how old were we when we got married? 25.
You
24?
were 24, I was
24.
23.
If I were 24 and I were on Tinder, and I'm like, here's a girl that's pretty, and she's also into anime and Magic the Gathering and, like video games
All
and
the
shit like that.
child shit.
I'm like, well, this hits all of my little
Ticks on my box.
ticks on my box. So this makes
I'm going to tickle her box.
this makes perfect sense for me. So I'm going to bail on this and go do this. This is more convenient. And then you miss out on something that's fucking
Because
profoundly
I'm not
good thing
into
in your life.
any of
And you
that
go on
that
it.
you just listen.
That's what I'm getting at. Is like you miss out on these like really profound connections that you can have because there's something that feels more convenient.
It's okay
And-
to be in a relationship where you have your different likes and your own life.
That is any relationship. That is every fucking relationship.
But a lot of people with like what you're saying as far as social media dating goes, people will only look for specific things.
Right.
That
And there's no patience. There's no like I said, forgiveness. There's no incentive to put into practice these skills that are necessary for long-term relationships. And whenever you strip that out of the equation and you just make it a bunch of little boxes to be fucking ticked, there's no way to have a meaningful long-term relationship.
Right. Well, or you get that, or you get people like I had when I was only like 6 or 7 months out of whenever when my marriage ended. I had a date. It wasn't even a date. It was just a bunch. I talked a lot with this chick through. I think it was like Plenty of Fish or Tinder or something like that. But she was really cute. We had some similar interests, but she didn't. I was like, get the idea that I'm her type. It seems weird. But basically what she told me is like I ticked a number of boxes. Like you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. Maybe I don't really am that attracted to you or that, but maybe I guess she had such a poor experience that she was like, this guy has a decent job. This guy is committed to these things. I don't know where it would have went because she was like hyper religious. And the only reason I kept talking to her is she was a really good looking redhead, and like I don't know, that is like my fucking kryptonite.
Fucking redheads? I didn't know that.
You get like an extra +6 points for having red hair.
Wow.
All right,
that doesn't even have anything to do with like prior relationships. I've always had that thing.
Interesting.
I did not.
You do know. I've told you.
I think you have told me that.
We've
Now that
talked
I'm
about
thinking
this.
about it, I was about to say I didn't know that, but I'm starting.
You're having a stone man moment.
Yeah. Well, I'm having I'm very relaxed on this CBD.
Well, this was a stone man moment
Texas.
when we talked about it before. It was in the
Probably.
past. You're on the CBD now because you're on the mend. So we're thankful for not having to use Tinder.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. Thankful for our marriage. Thankful for that.
Why did
shit.
you have to be so secretive and quiet when you said that?
No, I was trying to sound sincere.
Oh.
Did it come off secretive?
Why do you think we got groupies?
We do.
They probably do.
Sorry, bro.
I don't feel
Come
threatened. You got it made. You ain't going nowhere.
God don't I? Thankful for it.
I'm thankful for my cats. They're annoying as shit, but love them.
Fucking goddamn love cats.
Yeah, cats are pretty cool.
Fucking perfect ass, like, little goddamn killing machines, man. Like, they're just bred for predation.
Yeah, they're just fun-sized murder bots.
Fuck yeah, they are.
Murder bots.
The only fucking reason we lock them is because they can't, like, kill us back, you know?
I remember having a dream when I was a kid that I had a cat back then that was mean to everybody but me, and that one day she came back up out of the woods because she'd been out catting one day, and she was like the size of a panther, and I was so excited in this dream. I mean, for me anyway. Everybody else would have been fucked.
Right.
I probably would have been at some point too, but I always think about that. Man, if I had like a panther-sized version of that cat, that probably wouldn't have been good. It would have been horrible.
It's weird that we're cool with dogs that size, though. Like, just big-ass fucking dogs. Like, we're totally cool with that.
They don't...
But if we saw somebody with, like, a fucking 150-pound cat...
Well,
right?
On a fucking rope.
To be fair,
On a
they
fucking
have
rope.
a bit of a reputation.
Like, just
Dogs
fucking
of that
jungle cat walking down the fucking street. There's not a pit bull around.
Dogs of that size just have they're either very loyal, protective, or they just want to lick your face.
That's true.
Occasionally, you'll have a bad apple, but we can excuse those. That was their owner's fault.
What if...
But cats, doesn't matter how nice your cat is. If my cat just bit open my jugular during the night, I probably wouldn't put it past her. She loves it. I'm the only
She
person.
can't, though.
I'm the only person she likes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, cats are tiny. But cats in the wild, they're fucking like dog size.
You don't
like
think your
big
cat
ass...
could fuck you up if she really wanted to while you were
Yeah,
sick?
but I mean, not like
I bet she could buy.
okay, so if I have like a fucking Saint Bernard or some shit like that, and it decides to bite my throat out in my sleep, like it's gonna bite my fucking throat out in my sleep. Like, there's nothing I can do. If my little, how much do you think Tilda weighs? Like, just 10 pounds, maybe?
I'm thinking more like
Tilda would have been the
20.
one to do it.
Like, if she tried to rip my throat, it's going to take her some work. I'm going to wake up.
Yeah, but she
get her
doesn't have
off
to
of
rip
me.
your throat all the way out.
Just right there,
She
the
get
jugular.
a good.
What is she, like some crazy hyper intelligent?
Well, she's a cat.
You
They're more
funny.
they're more precise. They're not going to rip your throat out. They're going to be
They're not like surgeons.
They're
She's not like searching
surgical.
for a vein.
They're surgical.
She's gonna have a considerably harder time than a Saint
Are
Bernard.
you trying to say Tilda's not the smartest cat you got? I think she can do it.
Oh, she's by far the smartest
I think
cat.
you take the smartest cat in the world, and it's not gonna be like jugular vein.
right there.
What are you talking? That's what they go for. That's what the big cats go for when they bite.
They go for your throat. They just rip your fucking whole throat out, just like a Saint Bernard would.
A smaller cat has to be precise. They go for the veins. It's built in there. They know.
You're
it's
just being contrary. That's all that's happening here. You're just being contrary.
Look, just don't be surprised if you don't wake up one day.
I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't. I would just be... None of that what you said... Shut up. So anyways... What I'm getting at is if I it's totally cool for me to have like a 100+ pound dog in the house. Like, that's fine. You can sleep at the foot of my bed, whatever. But if I had a 100+ pound cat, like that's a fucking thing, you know? Like, if that goes bananas, that can really fuck you up. Like, that can slaughter a family.
Well, I mean, that's what they do. Dogs are necessarily not the killing machines that cats are.
We only like them because they're little.
And cuddly.
They only like us because we can stomp their heads in. Dogs are like their companions. I'm a cat person too. Like, dogs are like their companion. They're like, they really are your friend.
Yeah.
Like, they're really like, when you come home from work, they're really earnestly like, fuck yeah! Dude is home! Fucking coming in the house! Pet me! Pet me! Hell yeah! Dude is here! Alright! You know, and then a cat, though, like, they're just like, motherfucker, I'll eat you if you die. I will fucking just eat you.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's not...
Shit,
that's
your
understood.
shoe.
I'm pretty sure Tilda rolls her eyes when we come in. Like, come back from a trip. Like, it's just like, Jesus. These humans.
That is the most loving cat that I've ever had. Like, that cat loves me. And she would absolutely eat me if I didn't feed her.
Well, yeah, that's cats.
I love cats.
I love cats, too.
They're just little sociopaths.
Yeah.
You can tell, too, like, they'll get, like, get a mouse out or something, you know, gopher, some shit like that, and they don't
Play with it?
Yeah, they don't just kill it. They fuck with it. They're like,
run,
bitch.
Like, come on, go
run, bitch, run. Fuck you, kid. Fuck you.
Hey, you almost... Try it again. You almost had it. You almost had it.
No, yeah, I'm gonna let you go this time. I'm gonna let fuck you.
Come on, I'll give you a free one.
Yeah, man. Cats are fucked up. But I like them. I should like dogs more. I understand that I should like dogs more. I understand that dogs are more likable. But also dogs, like, they drool on shit and they lick things.
You have to train them. You don't have to train a cat.
Nah, you don't get to train a cat.
I think it's not even...
You can't train a cat. Good fucking luck. Cats are just good out of the box.
The main reason I got a cat when I was on the road was just because they take care of them. You can just leave a litter box in and they're good. Right. I would have liked to have gotten another husky puppy at some point, but I was working so much I wouldn't have been there to take care of them.
Dogs are weird. Cats they're like cactuses, the cacti of the animal kingdom.
More or less.
Like, you just fucking throw some food and water out there. And
I've killed so many cacti. So many. They say that they're the easiest plant to take care of. They lie.
Maybe you drown them.
What is the easiest plant?
You drown them in love.
Succulents. Or pothos, however you...
That sounds like some Star Trek shit.
Right?
Make a course for pothos, Wolf.
I think it is pothos.
Make it so.
Pronounce it. Yeah, fuck a cactus.
No, it's a bad idea. You want to stop it there? I mean, this is kind of impromptu anyway.
There's other stuff I'm thankful for, but...
Well, I mean, if you want to. It's up to you. I'm just kind of...
But yeah, good natural stopping point. We're done with Pothos.
Yeah.
Planet Pothos. It does sound like...
We probably won't...
The Pothian.
I don't think we'll have a podcast next week.
It's Thanksgiving.
Unless we want to do one on a different day.
I've been thinking about... I would like to do an episode about relationship advice. Just talk
about relationships.
Yeah, let's just get relationships.
Can it be honestly, like horror stories with relationships?
Oh man, I've had a couple of fucking wild dates.
That's what I want to hear.
I've already told you.
I want to hear more.
Are normally the ones that hear.
I love your stories.
Let's give it a pilot right now. Let's give it a dry run.
I don't want to waste the good stories on this.
Well, just one.
I only really have
Let's analyze this state and what went down.
You already
and
know
what we could have done better.
Like the best one? No, they're gonna have to wait. That's got to be in a relationship episode. Oh, I will give you this. This is from years ago though. This was one of my favorites. So I met this chick through like MySpace, which was pretty common for me back then.
Right.
We went and hung out and for a while and talked. It seemed like whatever. Had a nice time. And then like 2 days later, we've still been texting, and then she just tells me that like she can't talk to me anymore because she's slowly dying from her injuries because she had mentioned having like a 4-wheeler wreck when we met, and it messed her up real bad. But I mean, she's fine.
What?
But she told me that she was slowly dying from her injuries.
How old was this girl?
How old was I back then?
Slowly dying.
I think I was. She could have been like 24 or something like that. Because I would have been like 20, 24, 25, something like that.
I was thinking like 17.
So she's like, "Look, I really like you,
but I don't want you to get attached."
You see, I had this 4-wheeler accident.
Well, see, she told me
slowly dying.
She told me about the accident because it was like, "Hey, I fucked myself up and I have back problems." And then like 2 days later, she's like, "I'm slowly dying from my injury."
That's her opening line on any first date is, "Yo, I was in this 4-wheeler accident. My back's fucked up." And like, if the date doesn't go well, she's just like, "Look, I'm dying." 4-wheeler.
But I just remember reading that text and just thinking, "Wow." I don't even like this is. I can't believe someone told me this. I wasn't even bummed about it. I was just like, this is just too funny.
That 4-wheeler wreck gave her cancer. Jesus Christ.
See, I knew you had more stories to tell, and I'm sure you have more.
That's a really fucking good one.
That is a really good one.
It's good.
I don't think I've never gotten like a bad like breakup story. Like I've gotten some bad breakups.
Well, of course you don't, pretty boy.
No. Like I've gotten some. I just haven't gotten any like weird ones like that.
Because people weren't going to tell you that they were slowly dying.
Aww.
I mean, I got weird shit. Like,
we all have weird shit. But
okay, let's hear one of yours, just a quickie, and then
an appetizer, if you will.
Okay, so there was this girl I had been seeing a little bit. Like I wasn't terribly interested. She didn't seem like she was terribly interested. It seemed more like a friend situation, you know.
Right.
But whatever. She was cool, and we'd been hanging out and stuff. So. And I was kind of on the fence about the whole thing, so what really did it for me was this one time I'm over at her house and we like go and rent a movie. It was back when you went and rented movies, but we rent this movie and we go back to her house and we start watching this movie, and then there's this like banging on her door, and she gets up and she goes and she's like, it's my ex-boyfriend.
Oh, I know, yeah, keep going.
And I was like, okay. And she's like, just see what the fuck he wants. Just see what the fuck he wants. So she lets him in. They go into the bedroom, like, adjacent. And, like, shut the door. And they're just in there.
And he's railing her.
And probably, like, I don't know. Like, I'm watching this movie. And, like, I watched the whole movie. And the movie ends.
How awkward.
And I'm like, but it was a pretty damn decent movie.
What movie was it?
I can't even fucking remember.
You just remember it was like, too good to leave.
I remember it was a horror movie, and I don't even like horror movies, but it was like a pretty good one. And I remember like I was into it was like the Skeleton Key or some shit. Like that
is a good one.
But I was into it, and like I finished the movie, and at the end of the movie, I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna go, and I just left. And so that night, like I go home, and I'm like, that was weird, whatever. So I'm like in my mind, I'm like, okay, so friends. And like I'm brushing my teeth and getting ready for bed. My phone rings and it's her, and I'm like answering and I talk to her, and she's like, I can't believe you just left and you didn't say anything. And like I was didn't know if you were in there, and he said that you probably just left, and I was just telling him that you weren't the kind of guy to just up and leave without saying anything. But you did, and it really embarrassed me. And I was like, Well, I mean, the movie was over.
You left the room.
Like, I mean, I paid for the movie. Like I rented the thing. I was gonna watch it. You know.
Right.
Wow.
So I was like, well, the movie was over, and she got mad, and we never talked again.
You're such a heartbreaker.
I'm sure I broke her heart. I'm sure.
I know.
I'm sure she totally
Did
was.
she get back with her
I'm
ex?
sure she totally was. I'm sure. I don't know. I never talked to her
I know
again.
the person you're talking about because there's another weird story that I was there for too.
Yeah.
Should
It
we
was
leave
really
that one for
weird.
next week?
Go for it. Tell it.
Oh, so
Okay,
he's
let's hear it.
telling me about this chick. He's like, oh, she's really cool. It was before this story, obviously, or before his story, and we go and drive to her place, and we're just kind of hanging out, whatever. They're weirdly religious, even though I was at this point.
Different girl.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah, different
I
girl.
thought this was the
The
same
one I was
one.
talking about was in Hot Springs. This is in
Oh,
Texas.
my bad.
No, I know what
I
you're talking
thought
about.
you
It
were.
was,
I thought that was
Oh,
the same
keep
person.
going, though. Keep
This
going.
this was a Lily of the Kimber.
Oh, snap. Okay,
Oh,
go
Lily.
on.
Oh, Lily.
So anyway, we go to this chick's house. I thought it was the same. My bad, guys. This is my fuck up.
I had a weird date. This is the second date.
I
This is
always
the second date,
thought
wasn't
this
it?
was the same person when he would tell that story. But we go there and we're just kind of at this chick's house, and it's really weird, and they're weirdly religious, even for me, who was very devout at the time. And they are talking about like going to Spring Lake Park and having like
It's like a water gun fight.
like a water gun fight. It's like dark outside, and they're being real weirdly excited about it. And there was just this weird fucking vibe that I didn't like.
It was really weird.
It was like we gotta go. They were so excited for this.
Didn't her like ex-boyfriend showed up there and was just like,
It was a bunch of people that neither of us knew. I mean, I did. That's
That
the first
is
time meeting her.
really
too.
awkward.
I seem to remember like her ex-boyfriend came there and like sat like in a chair like opposite us and was just
Maybe
like
that's why I was
sulking,
maybe
like
that's why I
weirdly
was
sulking the
confusing
whole time.
them. But yeah, they were like, "Let's all go do this."
That was after our first date that we went on, which I was like 17 maybe,
Is this
something like that.
the one where you left your wallet?
And no.
Oh.
that was a much more humiliating one. But no, this like I took her to like, I don't know, fucking Olive Garden or something like that, and like ordered food. And she ordered her food, and she like didn't eat any of it, and was like, all right, so paid, and then we left, and like no conversation. Like she was just like dead air. Like it was like one word responses and shit like that. And so it was really off. And then like I took her home, and she was like, "Hey, you want to hang out and watch TV?" And I was like, "Cool. Like I guess we're gonna make out." And so I get on the couch. She turns on the TV, and then she walks out of the room, and she's gone. And she's gone for like fucking like 15
What is
minutes.
up with people
She's, like,
leaving
gone
you in
for,
a
like-
room to watch
she's
a
gone
movie
for,
by
like,
yourself?
15 minutes, and her mom comes in and sits down and starts watching TV with me. And I sit there and I watch this whole last like 30-minute TV show with her. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna head out. Just left.
Is that like the early 2000s version of like getting ghosted?
Right?
Leaving
Like you have to
leaving
leave
you
the
in a
room.
room
She
alone in my
like-
house.
She like called me later and was like, I'm sorry, like like something to do with her ex-boyfriend, and she was in a weird mood, and it was just like,
She had turbo
Then why did
diarrhea.
you
I was-
invite me in?
well, I was just like, okay, so yeah, exactly. I was like, but I mean, you're young, so I was like, all right, whatever. But then she hit me up again, and that's when the weird, like, she was like, hey, come hang out at my house. I'm having some friends over. And go over there, and it's like a bunch of, like, hyper church people wanting to go play water guns in the park, and a really sullen ex-boyfriend. And just, oh, God, it was so awkward.
Yeah. Yeah, we should do that save that for next time. We'll go into more detail with because I have a couple of
I want to
Other-
analyze
other
what went on
doozies.
there. Just what happened. Let's break it down
Break
and let's
it down.
see what happened. What went wrong?
Yeah, I'm down for that. I think that would be a fun topic.
Super fun.
Do you
All
think?
right.
Well,
I'm so
let's hash it out now. You think we'll do one next week? Definitely not on Thursday, unless you want to do one on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
You gonna do one on the day before?
Yeah,
That'd
Brooks,
be dope.
Brooks
because
gonna be gone getting a tattoo anyways.
I am.
You are?
Oh, wait. No,
Oh, yes, I am. Thank you for reminding me.
God, I want to get another tattoo. It's been a minute.
yeah. Tattoos.
Yeah, me too.
I like
Tattoos
those
are
things.
awesome. It doesn't matter that they're going to look wrinkly and shitty when I'm old, so am I.
Fuck, I'm about ready to do another fucking fitness episode. Like,
Okay,
I'm
well,
brimming.
on that, I'm
New Year.
leaving.
brimming.
Goodbye, guys.
No, let's do New Year, New Us.
New Year check-in?
Let's get some more reps in.
Are we gonna...
We're gonna have to get to. We're gonna have to get you back to where you're 100%. So then we can get back on our original plan of having the quarterly summit of power.
Are we gonna do some acid before we
I'm not.
before we do this episode?
I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea. Acid is a little different than CBD.
I'm JK, bud. I'm not.
JK?
I'm not, yeah.
I'll never know with you, Stone Man.
CBD, man.
All right, yeah.
Where do you think I live? Oregon?
Right?
What else is legal in Oregon now? Just real quick. Sorry. I don't mean to drag this out. What
I think
all
it's small amounts.
What all is legal
I think
in Oregon
it's small.
right now?
No, don't look up from. That's bullshit. We're gonna go off our heads. We don't fact check on the
Crack?
top.
Can you do
Small,
crack?
I think it's just small amounts of hard drugs. So just
just any hard
anything.
drug.
It's just crack, meth, cocaine, heroin,
You can do a little meth. You can do a little meth in Oregon.
steroid. Dude, that would be such a boon for the carpentry industry.
Right?
I mean,
God, Oregon's gonna have it's gonna be like Goblin Town. Like just fucking shanties.
They're just gonna be ducked everywhere. Because you already
Everything's gonna be painted and roofed.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have to.
The cars will have a good pitch and shingles and shit.
It's just gonna be that dads are gonna be out power washing their house at 2:00 in the morning.
The HVAC industry was gonna fucking boom in Oregon.
Oh shit! All right,
You legalize meth. You legalize all blue.
you
collar
legalize
construction.
progress.
Right? That is a progressive.
Yeah, like you guys wanted it, you fucking got it. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out.
Look for our spaghetti sauce on shelves next year.
What? No.